game. We're hearing now that Tektz's game is back underway. Do not worry, this is live, you're catching it now. It is still 0-0. Tekkz kicking from left to right in that Manchester City strip. I have to speak to you, Ryan, because you played for Manchester City as a pro. How big of a move is that for Tekkz?
Massive move. Again, one of the... after this attack.
Here's Hansen. Fake shot inside, it's Schmeichel. He's the goalkeeper of choice for JH7. Richard picked up and said it's not the most popular choice, but it is a choice that a couple of players have made. Back to what we were saying though, big money move for Tekkz, signing for Manchester City this year. Surely the pressure builds signing for a club of that stature.
Absolutely, one of the biggest teams or organisations in the scene. They've been around for a number of years now, so to sign with them is a huge statement of intent from both Tekkz and Man City, and I feel as if he's taken the pressure under his wings already. He's already 5-0.
Here's a Kimi. Defended well, only as far as Neymar. There's a Travella. There's your first little look at that same mechanical finish type that has carried over into this year's game. As you were saying, Ryan.
Yeah, I was just speaking about the pressure on his shoulders. Obviously, coming in to perform. Even if he was a free agent, there'd be heaps of pressure on Tekkz's shoulders. To be able to do that at one of the biggest clubs and coming in, he makes it look easy. I feel as if that's one of the things we've associated with Tekkz's gameplay, whether it's skill moves, defensively. He's one of the very few players that can stand on the ball. I can, kid you not, stand completely still and still put a lot of fear factor into his opponents.
Someone else that's in that team that nearly did score. Caroline Hansen of FC Barcelona. Tekkz has gone from the trailblazer version of her in-game item. He has to defend this one first though, no surprise. There is a sprinkle of Liverpool players in that team. Robertson, another one of the trailblazers. I think it's safe to say that Tekkz is quite a fan of the trailblazer promo. I think he's got 3 of them in his team.
Yeah, I'd like to know how many players selected Robertson. Was he one of the players, I believe, that was unique to Tekkz?
He was the only one.
He was the only one that's used him. Yeah, that is to me, it's a surprise selection, obviously, because you have to factor in the coins as well. Most players will use Theo or Mendy.
Speaking of that trailblazer item, here's Hansen still. Using our left strict dribbling to just try and weave her way around a gap or two. But as Richard said on the build-up, the only player to choose 3 players in his draft. And one of them is an icon. 8 million coin budget, remember, for those at home that are tuning in, you can get involved as well. Hashtag FC Pro. Any player in the game you can welcome into your team in an 8 million coin budget. These players had to do that. And I think one thing that we can agree on, there's always going to be one big buy, isn't there? Mbappe's probably that player.
Yeah, absolutely. I say most of the squads will look towards Mbappe, Ginola up front as well. I think those 2 would be the most expensive players in the squad. You try and get maybe 2 players and then spread the rest of the coins throughout the squad.
Centurions, Kevin De Bruyne, just over 1 million coins he does cost. He features for Tekkz as well. Hansen again.
You have to watch out for that. That's the angle there. Just playing it to Hansen and trying to find the angle for the finesse shot will be very, very key.
Well, corner. Is there a flick on available? Does it need it? Virgil van Dijk will score Tekkz's first goal of the season live on broadcast. He was unbeaten yesterday, 5-0 in the switch rounds. And if he can win this game and one more, he will be in the FC Pro Open amongst the 20 best players in the world.
But he's utilised the player look there with Van Dijk to bring him towards the near post, whipped in, and of course a flick on to get it past the goalkeeper and give him the 1-goal lead.
Just to pick your brain as well, Ryan, 4-3-3-4 variation, he locks in the draft as, but this role that Hansen's playing, completely on the opposite side of the pitch, but just seems to be the strike partner for Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah, I believe Tekkz will be using a 4-3-2-1, a 4-4-2, or a 4-2-3-1.
He actually said to me earlier today, when he's trying to see out a game, I know it's not a bit early to do that right now, a 4-4-1-1. Basically a 4-4-2. Slight different variation there. JH7 Looking for a way back in this time. Remember, 9-minute halves this year. The games will be much longer. We'll be seeing more chances, more goals. What a save, Alisson!
It's a bit of fortune there. Well, the tackle from Tekkz was perfectly timed. Fell back to JH7, who wasn't able to take advantage. But already seen a goal from a corner on the opposite side of the pitch. Can JH7 respond in a similar fashion?
Time Virgil van Dijk in the defensive end wins a free kick. Referee won't play on at all. Safe to say, Frankie de Jong probably the cheaper of the players in that team. But what does he offer you as a midfielder? For me, it's just he's the ultimate box-to-box, really, isn't he? For a good price.
For the price, absolutely. He offers incredible dribbling and passing in possession, of course. Defensively and physicality, you could argue there are better options, but for the price you're getting, the league, the links he offers, not just for the club, but the nation link to Van Dijk, it doesn't surprise me that he's in a lot of squads.
As we said, 3 other matches taking place in this Group A. Nisat against Julian. Tanini. Gabriel up against Young. And Levy David, the best defender that came through those Swiss rounds. He takes on Klinger. Tekkz leads by a goal to 0. If you have just tuned in. Nearly a third of the match played. There's the player lot. Tees with a custom run for Mbappe, who's got the legs on Van Dijk. Is there a cutback available for JH7? Koundé does well. Still the chances alive with Neymar. Kimi, very much far forward. There's those step overs again. Back to Ginola off the post, and Tekkz just about survives.
I thought he was going to pull the trigger there when he got the ball with Tekkz, or even try and use an elastico, reverse elastico with the space there in possession, but it managed to fail to hit the post, which of course is unfortunate. But I think the angle and the way it was facing, you could argue that you wouldn't expect it to go in. I'll be honest, like, you'd be upset if it does hit the post, obviously, but it's not a shooting situation where I'd expect it to 100% find the back of the net.
In past years of competition, Ryan, when the games were over 2 legs and the matches and the halves were a lot shorter, there's suddenly a feeling you've just got to attack all the time. With this 9-minute half scenario, it must throw you off a little bit as a player. Yeah,
I feel as if this is where coaches will come into effect as we see beautiful.
Oh, one more pass that no one saw, only Tekkz did.
Oh, that's lovely, Brandon. This outrageous from Tekkz there. The composure to look for the pass across goal. I thought he was going to opt for a shot, but you can see the ball roll inside, play to Mbappe, and basically an open goal to put it in to give him the 2-goal lead, and it's deserved.
I didn't even think he was looking for Mbappe on that pass as well. I think he was looking for someone else. Yeah. I mean, look, the extra few million coins you may have needed to pick up that trailblazer, Caroline Hansen. At the moment, it's been worth every single penny for Tekkz. 2-0. He leads against JH7. At the moment, he might have had 3 different picks in his team, but they've all made sense. Here's Teo Hernandez. No Furlong Mendy in the side for JH7. Finds Hansen on the opposite side, but that's just a normal gold item in game. This is brave from Tekkz, but this is what you can do, and this is how you've got to sort of feel your way to half-time.
Absolutely, as you said, we're used to having 6-minute halves. You'd probably say keeping the ball now in previous years would have been the goal to it. He's lost possession there. Kimi's managed to win it back for JH7. And that's why Van Dijk's in the team. Just able to shepherd out any attacker when shoulder to shoulder. He's almost a guarantee in at centre-back, in my opinion. And that is exactly why. But we were mentioning about keeping possession, or sort of just playing through the game with the 9-minute halves. You kind of have to understand that, I say, opting for the last attack will be obviously a little bit later than used to.
But you actually get added time this year, don't you?
Yeah.
Before, you didn't really get added time. As much as it was 1 or 2 minutes, it just went by in seconds. Now it actually might last 15 or 20 seconds. In real life time. Tekkz just looks so sort of calm and collected in this first 45 minutes here. Looking for a third before the break. João Cancelo continues his run forward. looking for more options to come around. Hansen back defending. Added time in now of 1 or 2 minutes, just the one. Enough time for JH7 to get that ball forward. Overlap and an overload on the right-hand side of your screen. Mbappe's on offside now. Hakimi is on. Ginola and Mbappe all queuing up on the edge of the box, waiting for their times to maybe strike. That's a clever pass, just offside, I believe, for Ginola. It's a half-time we go. Tekkz leads 2-0.
As I said, he's got the fear factor, despite it's irrelevant of the scoreline as well. He could be losing by 2. It's still you're still nervous against Tekkz because he can come back from any scoreline, especially if you're down by 2. It's a huge mountain to climb against somebody that is incredibly defensive. And you can't afford to make mistakes like this, giving away possession. Tekkz tries to play in behind. The height of Socrates doesn't get there.
Well, I was speaking to Tekkz about Socrates because he is an interesting pick in the team. I said, have you used him before this, or did you pack him early in the year and you've sort of played with him in champs? He went, not really. I just chose him. I was like, I don't know how that selection process came about. Maybe Coach Zach Moore was in that drafting process with him. But whatever he is offered, he has certainly delivered on it. Same can be said about Kevin De Bruyne, and the long passes is something that Tekkz has really been enjoying from the Belgium Centurion. We've heard there's been other goals in other games. We'll bring it to you now. We saw the first goal in this game, Ryan. We'll see the second one as well. We've got a nice POV for you. This is Levy on the attack. It's a great start to the second half. There's Ritavella, and that's Valverde.
Ooh. Top corner there from Levy. You saw the player look fake there, just to put a defender out of position, just to capitalize on the space in behind. Going to recycle it. Valverde on the Trivela. That's a massive, massive goal for Levy.
Could have been a dangerous pass into Neymar. I mean, you look at your 2 midfielders normally. Look at every single draft you're going to see. Your 2 midfielders are normally there just to be workhorses, aren't they? Up and down, box-to-box midfielders. You look at the list of players there: De Jong, Bellingham, Valverde, Alexis Putellas in that list as well. But if it comes up at the right time, Ryan, there's a Trivela to be had. Modric, a few players have been saying. I know Boris was a fan, but he can offer you that as well on the edge of the box. Yeah,
absolutely. Just the options outside the box there to capitalise on shooting opportunities. You've got the green time finesse shots as well. We see pro players are more often than not going to be opting to time shoot their shots on the edge there. This could be a mistake.
Ginola to pull that one through. Big chance, needs a big goal. He's Van Dijk again, who's sort of like a secondary goalie at the back there. What can you see from this corner? No players have actually been manually moved yet on the screen. You can just see the blue curse. There you go. There's Van Dijk now, trying to peel away from the other Van Dijk.
Wow.
He saw the idea, but just couldn't really convert on it.
That's a big chance. That's a very big chance. You get the ball in the air there for Van Dijk. Uncontested. A header at goal. Of course, headers are manual, so aiming it slightly on the outside of the post there. I believe if that's on target, I think we'd have seen the first goal for JH7 in this game.
Well, other goals have gone in here. It's a goal back for Klinger, who left it late yesterday to qualify. It was Mbappe there, the typical step overs we're used to seeing. Goal back in that one. Makes it so much more exciting, Ryan, that these games are just one leg as well.
Yeah.
Extra time, penalties. Yeah. Oh, we're going to see it all.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that because I'm thinking maybe he's got the second leg to fall onto here.
I keep wanting to say it.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to say, oh, there's a second. No, there isn't a second leg.
Yep, it's this game and this game only. Approaching the last 30 minutes plus added time in this game. JH7 has had a couple of opportunities this half. He hasn't capitalized on any of those. And obviously, as the clock ticks on, you're going to see Tekkz slowing the pace down, just forcing JH7 into mistakes, whether it's defensively or offensively. It's a great driven pass in.
Mbappe could save Schmeichel. Tekkz scores again. He pretty much killed the game there. But I think what we can both agree on, Ryan, here is that when you play against a Tekkz or a player that's at the top of their game, you're not going to get many chances.
Yep.
So the chances you do get, you have to be so sure you're going to put them away.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to take, not just against Tekkz, but any opponent in this situation. You have to take all the chances that come your way. Easier said than done, but I would say obviously the one that hit the post in the first half, but the header for me is one where expect it to hit the back of the net. As long as it's on target there into the corner, it would have definitely resulted in a goal.
Well, I'm just looking at the draft selections here. We're in a pause minute at the moment. No doubt custom tactics are being changed for either two players. But for JH7, I'm just looking along the bench selection he's got.
Yep.
Rodrigo, Dembele. I mean, Dembele's probably first in the queue instead of Rodrigo. Do any of them feature late in the... I know it's early, it's very early.
Yeah, it is early.
70th minute or so, do they come on and just add a bit of pace? And I mean, if they do come on, who are they coming on for? Is it you take your centre midfielder off and you go all out for it, or is it going to be a Neymar or a... I mean, you can't take off Hansen, can you?
Yeah, I don't believe so. I think Neymar would probably be the first offensive substitute if there was one. Rodrigo, not really for me. Dembele as well, I don't really... Obviously, he's got the pace, he's got the dribbling. I don't trust him in front of goal whatsoever. And in these situations, you're going to need someone reliable in front of goal. But he's got Musiala on the bench as well with the technical plus play style. Controlled sprint is very, very effective to create chances this year. Alphonso Davies as well instead of Theo. That could be an option.
Well, that's the good thing about Tekkz's bench as well. He has got fullback options there. Hakimi is an option to come on, which if you're trying to see out a game, I probably think he would look to do. That corner comes in, 2 hands on it from Schmeichel. And also, Lionel Messi finds his way onto the bench. I know it's only his gold item, so to speak, but regardless of it, it's Lionel Messi. Here's a chance. Here's JH7 now. Alphonso Davies fresh off the bench, I believe. Mbappe, he allows the code, but he went the wrong way.
Could have passed it. The pass was in here for an onrushing Dembele into the box, powering through. I thought the pass would have been the obvious choice, or even a reverse elastico, not a normal elastico there to put it straight in to Van Dijk. And we know how Van Dijk is. For those at home who use or have played against him, he's a nightmare. And this is a chance here, or a highlight I should say, is Levy pushing towards the byline and a simple pass across goal there. And it's Ginola to make it 3-1. Tinga has a mountain to climb. 15 minutes to go to get 2 goals just to level the terms.
We have just tuned in. Welcome to the FC Pro Open Global Qualifier. You're tuning at the right time. We've just kicked off the games here on Saturday of the competition. So many big names will be in action across the next 2 days. Nicholas in action later today. Tekkz in action now. There's a Group C that you have to watch tomorrow with the likes of Anders Berg and Umit. Emre Yilmaz, all in that same difficult group. Here's a chance for Tekkz to put the game to bed. Oh, that was nearly a very clever finish from Mbappe.
I think that was a flare shot. Maybe he tried to go for Trivela in at the near post, anticipating the goalkeeper movement that didn't come. We're seeing another corner here. Van Dijk in the box. He's going to get there as well.
Oh, big save. Just about managed. He's had a couple of those now, hasn't he? It's just a case of... He's also got Van Dijk at the back, but you can't always stop him.
Yeah, that's a Zach Moore trademark corner. He loves his set pieces, whether it's a free kick or a corner. He knows what he's doing. And there's been a number of chances stemmed from that this game. And it's around 20 minutes left to go. As we say, normal situations in previous years, 20 minutes isn't the longest, but in this stage, there's enough time. We saw yesterday Tuga giving up 4 goals in the last 15 minutes game time, so there's still time for JH7 to maybe get a goal back into it, or for Tekkz to get the third and potentially put a nail in the coffin.
And that's the beauty of these longer games. There is time to come back, maybe not if you're 3-0 down though. Cut back, finds, oh what a save! Oh, it's an easy tap in for Hansen though at the back post.
So a little side there from Tekkz. He moves a step closer to solidifying his spot into the next round of the winners bracket. Fantastic save there, to be honest, from Schmeichel there to prevent it going in initially. But Tekkz makes the most of that chance again, and he's up 3-0 against JH7. Barely. Well, there isn't a lot of time. You can see JH7 relaying some of the thoughts from his coach behind him there. It's going to be a massive, massive hill to climb. He has to go for it now. He has to.
He has to go for it, but let's also keep in mind here, this isn't the end of the tournament.
Of course not, yeah.
You get a second chance. This is the beauty of this knockout stage. You win 2, you qualify. You lose 2, you are out, and you're looking to Premier League partner to basically come and help you if you're looking to come back into this World Championship fold next year. We've got scores on the doors in some of our other games, by the way. There is some crazy score lines. We've got 9 goals in one game, we've got 8 in another, we've got 5 in Another one, we've heard that there's been another goal in Levy against Klinger. We'll give you the latest on that when we can. We'll give it to you right now, in fact. It was Levy who has added another one onto the tally rider. One more pass, finds the ball into Neymar. Thank you very much. It looks like Levy will be going on through. Keep in mind, Levy and Tekkz are on opposite sides of the bracket. They will not play today. Change is made. One of those being Lorenzo.
Van Dijk.
I mean, look, it's 76 minutes into the game, Ryan.
Yep.
Van Dijk's still just doing what he needs to do.
He's honest. Oh, hold on a minute. Rushed from JH7. I feel as if maybe he's in his own head a little bit, lacking the composure in the final third. Tekkz sweeps up. Look at the space here. It's going to be played in behind. It's going to be Neymar.
Kill the game. Can kill the game right now. Neymar, does he need a one more pass? Oh, I mean, Hansen. Easy as you like. The most expensive player in that team. One of the big buys. Worth every single penny. I mean, look. Tekkz, welcome to FC Pro. Welcome to a new season of competitive gaming. And look at that performance. He's one win away from booking his seat in the FC Pro Open. He'll be playing the winner of Nisa or Julian in a qualification game. I've just looked to the side of my screen there. That game's 4-4 at the moment, Nisa against Julian, and it's looking closer to getting towards extra time. There's been a goal over here, Ryan. We saw Levy 4-1 up. Klinger has scored. We know Klinger likes a late comeback, but 4-2. 3 minutes left to play. It's a brilliant goal away from Pabajanola. Great step over to find the exit into the finish. I think there's not enough time in that game. Yeah,
I believe he's left it slightly too late. Heard a roar across the arena as well. I'm excited to see where that goal has come.
Oh my God. There has just been some mental goals. We'll give you the latest on them as soon as we can. Tekkz still cruising, 4-0 up, looking for goal number 5. He just teases with the defence. Neymar, stop it. Back to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's actually come onto the pitch here.
Oh my goodness.
Well. Goals have gone in. Big goals have gone in. Tekkz loses possession, chance to come forward now. Antonini, Gabriel, 5-4 down. Added time of 3 minutes. This guy, 17 years of age. First offline event. Part of this new ecosystem is taking us into extra time. Jude Bellingham making it 5-5 over there.
That's a massive goal there, utilising the effectiveness of going towards the byline. A simple cutback for Jude Bellingham to find the back of the net. Perfect time for him to get a goal. I believe that would have been the last attack. And he's levelled it into extra time in that game.
Well, good news, Brian. We're going to extra time in our first game today, which is nice. Can confirm full-time result as well. And Levy winning 4-2 against Klinger. Levy David now 1 win away from the FC Pro Open. Tekkz will be 1 win away as well. They're both on opposite sides of the bracket, so they will not face again in this tournament. They did play in the Swiss rounds. Chance to play out, but do you look any further than a top-class professional performance than this one, Ryan?
He's shown his dominance, in my opinion, in this game. And I feel as if, as I said, there were a couple chances for JH7, but for me, it was a dominant display from Tekkz as he advances into the next stage of the winners bracket. One more win to make it into the FC Pro Open. He'll be playing up against the winner of Nisa or Julian.
There we go, full-time result. Tekkz wins by 4-0.